Welcome, everyone, to the College Football Playoff. The entire regular season has built up to this. 12 teams still in the running with championship dreams alive as we begin this first-round game in an on-campus setting. And our matchup tonight sets up a potential Cinderella story. The last team to qualify for this 12-team playoff on the road against a team that likely believes it should be resting and watching this first-round game on TV. This is a dangerous spot for the home team and a chance for the underdog to spring an upset and move on to the quarterfinals. As we'll see the number 9 seed in this playoff, the Miami Hurricanes, taking on the number 8 seed in the playoff, the Jacksonville State Gamecocks. 3A Sports College Football, I'm Chris Fowler, joined as always by Kirk Herbstreit. We have been waiting for this, the College Football Playoff with an on-campus environment. Can't wait to get this going. This line getting set up. It's a first down play. And they'll run it. Hand it off to the running back. The gain is 3 yards, so 2nd and 7.
You know, in the era that we live in right now, everybody wants to spread the field around, try to create space, try to create one-on-one matchups, and the defense has countered over the years by trying to play out wide. But here's a great example. The defense has the ability to play wide, but still be solid at the line of scrimmage, not give up big run plays.
Second down after that run on the previous play. Back to throw. It's Shaw. Running back has it on a screen now. They bring him down, but not before he gains first down yardage.
Early on in the football game, the offense always wants to try to develop just a nice rhythm to the offense. That time, just a simple screen to the running back, and they build some confidence on this first drive with a nice play.
Ball handed off. Brought down, but not before he gets into enemy territory at the 49.
Boy, how about that play, Chris? That thing just opened up. The back shot through there with great acceleration. What a pickup there on first down.
A solid run, good for first down yardage. Quarterback checks the defensive look, makes some adjustments. They'll hand it off. Goes backwards, losing 3 yards there.
Chris, this is what I love to see from a defense. As the linebackers are scraping, doing their job, but you need help from the secondary. And when you have aggressive tacklers on the back end, you got a great defense. This time, the secondary makes the difference.
Here's the second down play. There's the snap. Quarterback setting up the throw. It's incomplete. He took a hit as he threw the football, and it brings up a third down.
Well, it's pretty simple. The defensive line does a great job of getting after the quarterback and forcing him into that incompletion.
Drops back, looking to throw for it on third down. The sophomore able to get home with the sack.
Well, this is exactly how you can slow down the momentum and a rhythm of an offense. You got to get some tackles for a loss and some sacks. This time, they come up with a sack by getting after that quarterback.
Bringing it back, it's Holland. Oh, he's got a crease here. Look out. They finally get him down, but that's a solid return. Good work by the return man. First down play call. How aggressive will it be? Out of the shotgun, he'll hand it off. He's brought down, but not before the gain to the 42-yard line.
I think this defense keeps thinking about them throwing the football, and by doing that, they're opening up running lanes. Good positive yards there by the running back.
The gain makes it 2nd and medium. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. Tackle is made very near midfield. Good enough for a first down.
Good, tough running here by this Miami Hurricane running back. A nice job up front to be able to pave the way to be able to come up with a Canes first down. And tell you, the way he's playing right now, all those famous alumni that Miami has, got to be watching this game and being very proud.
Breaks loose at the 40. And he's in the clear down the right side. End zone ahead. No stopping him. Takes it all the way. Touchdown for the U.
Chris, all week I wondered if this back might get loose and come up with a big play like this. The defense had their back turned, couldn't really see where he was. By the time they realized it, he just had too much speed, and he's able to take it to the end zone.
So they'll try to add to the lead now with the PAT. And the PAT makes it 7-0 to open scoring. Getting set to kick the ball off now.
Miami 7, Jacksonville State 0.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone. So a touchback will start at the 25. Here comes the Gamecocks offense back on the field. They came up empty on the last possession, forced to punt it away. They begin to click now. Pickup is 5 yards, so it's second down and 5.
Really smart play call. Anytime you can use the defense's aggression against them, you do it. And eventually, you'll catch them out of position and potentially hit a big play.
Second down after that run on the previous play. Quarterback appears to be changing the play. And this one goes nowhere. Lucky to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Well, Chris, this is going to set up a big third down now for this offense. They're down early in the game with all the hype and the pressure on a playoff game. You don't want to dig yourselves too big of a hole. They got to keep this drive alive, so they need to convert right here.
Looking downfield, it's Shaw. Tries the right with a quick throw, and he pulls in the catch. Tackle made to the 41. That's a nice game, getting closer to midfield.
Good job here by this offense coming up with this first down on the third down play. They knew they're going to have to deal with a lot of pressure, did their job, gave the quarterback time. They convert, and listen, you're down early in this game. Every possession matters. You need points on this drive, and they're able to have that chance now with that conversion.
Completion good for first down yardage for this offense. Off the play fake, looking to throw. And the sophomore's got him for a sack.
Just a great job here by this linebacker to be able to come up with that sack there on the blitz. A big play for this defense. And, man, Chris, you think about the linebacker play at the University of Miami over the years, it starts with Ray Lewis, and it could end with him, to be honest. But the list just keeps going. Michael Barrow, Jonathan Vilma, and Dan Morgan. It could go on and on and on. And this guy
airing this one out toward the sideline. Oh, that one's picked off. Going the other way, can they catch him? And he steps out of bounds after the great pick. Solid return to set up his offense.
Chris, it feels like to me the offense is being really cautious. The defenders are just sitting back there almost playing backyard football, knowing the offense is being a little bit more conservative. Eyes on the football, stepped in.
And he'll loft this one deep to the left side. And the pass is intercepted. A takeaway for the defense. Not much on the return, but they create the turnover.
Chris, if you're going to make that throw, that's called a two ball. That means it's got to be on a line. Here he puts it way up in the air and allows the defender to come over and make a play on the ball. Great job by the defense.
The Jacksonville State offense back out on the field now. It's a run to the left. He's free around the 15. Tackle made after a nice pickup on the play.
Every now and then we see a really good run. We tend to focus on what other people did in order for that run to happen, what the offensive line did. Maybe the receivers are blocking good on the edge. Sometimes the running back is pretty good too. And on that play, he picked up a lot of yards and made that happen with good effort.
They're going to run it. The back gets the carry. And they try the middle, but stuck for no gain.
tell you, this defense continues to just be physical at the line of scrimmage. Offense can't do anything on the ground, and by doing that, this defense is allowing their defensive front to get pressure on the quarterback. Every time they drop back to throw, they become a one-dimensional offense.
Close to the tight end. The junior quarterback fortunate to avoid the turnover there.
It has been a tough first half in this playoff game for this offense. They cannot get anything going through the air. Not only are they down the scoreboard, but there's really nothing to build around as we get ready to go into the second half.
Well, it's been tough so far to get this drive going. Now they face 3rd and 10 from inside their own 20. What's the call going to be? Dropping back. They're going to throw for the first down. Intercepted, picked off by the defense. Big takeaway, now looking for a big return. Takes the pick to the end zone. Touchdown, Miami. Well, the takeaway and the touchdown, that is just a dream play for any defender, Kirk.
Well, let's start with the interception. I just love the fact that he got his eyes turned around, found the football, and then has the athletic ability to be able to secure it. Then he goes back to high school running back days and shows you what he can do with the ball in his hands and takes it all the way back for a touchdown. Beautiful thing.
On the kickoff is hammered, sails out the back of the end zone for a touchback. Here comes the Jacksonville State offense again. It'll be interesting to see if this quarterback can bounce back. He threw a pick 6 in the last possession. The gain is 4, so it's 2nd and 6.
Well, another short gain for this offense on the ground, and you got to give a lot of credit to the defense. They have really negated that aspect of this offense the entire first half and really making them one-dimensional. And if that doesn't change, I don't know how they get back into this game.
They bring him down, but he makes the 40-yard line. That's a solid gain.
Well, just a great play by the running back here, just finding his lanes and exploding through the gap when it opened up.
First down here for this offense. Heading left after the handoff. Breaking free at midfield. The defense able to bring him down to wrap up the first period of play.
Miami 14, Jacksonville State 0.
Back at it to start the quarter. Offense getting set to run a first down play. Looking to pass this time. He's moving out of the pocket. Extending the play now. And he'll step out of bounds after a solid gain on that run.
Well, the pressure just couldn't quite get to him there. They forced him out to his right on that bootleg, but give him credit. He held his poise, looked at the entire field, couldn't find anybody open, then he just pulled it down and picked up a nice gain.
He'll hand it off. Take it down, but not before he makes the first down.
Because I just love to see this offensive line and this running game able to establish themselves. This back is already over 50 yards. We're in the first half, so really good job of establishing the run game. Opens up the play action, opens up one-on-one opportunities. Just keep winning the battle up front.
Pre-snap motion from the offense. They flip it to him on the jet sweep. And that's a solid gain before the defense able to bring him down.
Man, that jet sweep action puts so much pressure on a defense. You get so locked in on the ball attacking you downhill. But when offenses sprinkle this kind of offense in, it stretches this defense out wide and can create some vertical seams for big plays.
They'll try and run it. Here's the running back. Goes backwards, losing 3 yards there.
Boy, this defense is strong up front. Linebackers are flying downhill, able to make plays against this run game. Now they get this offense to another third down. Now you pressure that quarterback and try to build on the lead.
Now it's 3rd and short from the 22. You expect this is 4-down territory. Let's see what they do on 3rd down. Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down. Receiver looks it in. It's complete. They make the stop, but not before a solid gain that time.
Now we're starting to see this offense look like they've looked all year long. Listen, to be able to get to a playoff opportunity, Your offense has got to be able to show an ability to hit throws like this on third down. They hit it, they keep the drive alive. Now they have a chance to put points on the board.
The offense finally producing here. Sets up a 1st and 10. Handoff here from the shotgun. The sophomore with a strong tackle there. Coming to the line on 2nd down. This is important. They want to avoid a 3rd and long. Receiver in motion now. Now they'll run it on the toss. And the runner brought down, but looks like there's a flag on the field. Let's see what this is about. And the head coach will decide to accept the penalty and take the yardage.
Ready, set.
Offense getting set. It's 2nd down. Looking to throw. It's Shaw. Looking right. This one caught. Tackle made after the completion.
Man-to-man coverage. You run the drag route. You prefer to get the ball downfield, but the matchup called for at least some positive yards underneath, and he makes a nice throw.
May convert here on 3rd down in the red zone. This is a 4-point type of play. Touchdown or field goal. On 3rd down, he drops to throw. Looking for the tight end, and it's caught. But a huge hit by the linebacker. What a tackle.
Really tight coverage here by this defense. Now, they give up the pass underneath, but do a nice job of rallying to the football to keep him short of that 1st down marker. And now we've got a decision here on 4th down.
And it's good.
And that one, my gosh, I mean, it's almost too easy. Nice kick.
Following the field goal, the kickoff team is out there now. He'll call for the fair catch here. And the Miami offense is back on the field. See if this quarterback can bounce back. The last possession, a pick on the very first play. Takes the ball and heads to the left. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1. He went backwards on 1st down, so 2nd and long from the 24. They'll try to run it with the option. He'll pitch it. And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup.
See, that's how you limit what an offense wants to do. This time, the defense just won the battle up front at the line of scrimmage, not giving up any big plays. Everybody's gap sound. It's really solid defense on that play.
And he'll drop back here on 3rd down. Gets hauled in here over the middle. The defense will wrap him up after a 7-yard gain to bring up 4th down.
Quarterback looks downfield to make this throw. He wants to be able to get the ball to be able to pick up enough yards for a 1st down. But instead, he gets the ball at least underneath to the drag route and gets some positive yards.
That's the 2-minute warning. Let's see if this offense can do something before the break to cut into this big lead. Here comes the Gamecocks offense back on the field. Not a whole lot of time remaining before halftime to cut into this lead. On 1st down, it's play action. And the senior making a disruptive impact play.
I can't believe the amount of pressure this defense is getting on this quarterback. Sack after sack. Boy, you got to think about changing things up. The snap count, the scheme, anything at all to help this offensive line. They're overmatched so far in this game.
That sack makes it 2nd down and forever. Looks like the QB is changing the play at the line. Looking to pass. It's Shaw. Using his legs on the scramble. They tackle him. Looks like it's going to be just short of the marker, inches away.
Man, nothing is more aggravating for a defensive coordinator than this right here. You've got him. You've got a chance to make a play on him. take him out of his rhythm, but instead, this guy gets away from that pressure, tucks it, and picks up some big yards.
The timeout is called to talk strategy. Close game here as we approach halftime.
Jacksonville State.
Ready up.
First down play call coming up. How aggressive will it be?
Arrow. Out. 55 weak. Go.
Here's the snap. Offense looking to throw the ball. He'll take a deep shot. And the pass is dropped. Incomplete. Would have had a huge gain. Took his eye off the ball.
What a hit there by the defender. Tough for the receiver to hold on to the football when he has that kind of contact. Good, clean play by the defense.
That play makes it 2nd and 10. From the shotgun, he's probing the secondary. And now another deep ball here. The QB throws his 3rd hit of the day. Not much on the return, but they snuff out the drive with the takeaway.
Boy, great hands by the defender to take that ball away and pretty much steal it from the intended receiver. I don't know if I'd be targeting that defender very many more times.
And here comes the Miami offense back out onto the field. Let's see how this offense plays this. They try to get some more points for the half or play it more conservatively. And the senior able to make the stop after a short gain. 2nd down after that run on the previous play. From the shotgun, drops back looking for an open man. Took contact on the throw. The pass is intercepted. Tackle after the pick, and that'll do it for the first half of play. And that will do it for the first half here. Kevin Connors now has our halftime update.
Miami 14. Jacksonville State.
The kickoff team out there now to get the second half underway.
Set to kick this one.
He'll return it from inside the 10-yard line. He'll be tackled at the 18. That's good coverage there.
And the Miami offense will take over. 1st and 10.
And the Hurricanes offense retakes the field. First play of the second half, they keep it on the ground. And brought down at the line with that big defensive tackle.
On the play.
Chris, textbook job by the defense surrounding the runner and preventing that play from being bounced to the outside.
Now it's 2nd down here. And he'll set up to throw. Incomplete. There's a marker down in the backfield. Let's get the call. Offense moving backwards after that holding penalty. Getting set. Here's 2nd down. Quarterback looking to connect with the receiver here. Escapes the pocket. Finding space at the 20. They finally get him down, but that is a huge play. Quarterback doing it with his legs.
Man, this quarterback can play the game. He can throw, and as we see here, he can run the football. The defense does everything that they need to with the pressure. They look like they're in good position to be able to come up with a nice play on him, but instead, he shows how he can slip out of the back door of this defense and pick up a nice gain.
Second down after the incompletion. Quarterback sets up, looking for an open man. Looks to the left, and it's complete. They bring him down, but that's a solid gain on the play.
Quarterback sees that this defense is dropping way back in zone coverage, so he does the right thing. Gets it underneath to that drag route and picks up a first down.
On 1st and 10 here, looking to throw the ball. They've got him. Defense comes up with a sack.
There's a nice play by this defense after giving up a huge gain. They're able to turn things around, recalibrate, and get after that quarterback for that sack.
We'll see if they can overcome the sack. Second and very long. Not much on that play, brought down short.
Chris, you know, the spread era over the years has always grown offensively, but what I've been always impressed with defenses that really build their defense to play in space still have an ability to be sound at the line of scrimmage and defend a running game. It's exactly what we saw right there.
Now from the 40, the offense faces a third and long to keep this drive going. And the quarterback drops back looking for an open man. Finds his target, and it's complete. The defense stops him short of the marker, so it's fourth down coming up.
Quarterback had a lot of time to evaluate this defense, and most of his reads downfield appeared to be taken away, so he checks it down to his running back. And how about the way this defense just runs to the football to keep him short of that first down? Great job by the D.
And they'll kick it away here. Punt lands at the 6, but heads into the end zone for a touchback. The Jacksonville State offense back out on the field now. This drive is important. Last one ended in an interception. Let's see if they can get it going here. Picks up 2, so it's 2nd and 8.
Defense does a really nice job here of being able to contain that run game, held him just to 2 yards. Chris, to me, this changes the playbook a little bit now for the offense. The guy calling the plays at 2nd and 8, that's a different deal. Now he's got to probably thinking about going through the air instead of staying on the ground.
Solid run. They'll bring it down to the 28-yard line.
I tell you, to be able to pick up a nice gain like that, those offensive linemen have to sustain their blocks. Gave him a chance at a really nice gain.
Third down. The offense desperately needs a conversion here, trailing in the third quarter. Here's the option play. Push play to the back. The ball carrier taken down, but there's a flag on the field. So the offense obviously will decline the penalty and take the result of the play. Punt team ready to boot it away.
On to punt it away.
And here's the fair catch by the return man. Fresh set of downs for the offense. First down. The back's got it. Stop after a small gain. Now looking at 2nd and 9.
Second down.
Fakes the handoff here, looking to throw it. And he lofts it toward the left sideline. And the pass is dropped. Would have been a big gain, but he couldn't hold on.
Well, you can see what happens when you try to squeeze it into a tight window. An incompletion, probably the best result he could have hoped for, because an interception is the most likely outcome anytime you throw into double cover.
Drops back, looking to throw for it on third down. Looking for the wide out. And he throws his third interception of the day. Follows the pick with a nice return before finally being brought down.
Wow, a risky call by the offensive coordinator, playing with the lead in the playoff in the second half, throwing the football. I don't disagree with it, but now you give this defense a chance to create a turnover, and they capitalize here with the pick.
Here comes the Jacksonville State offense again. They're coming off a 3-and-out, looking to produce a positive drive here. First play of the drive, looking to throw the football. It's incomplete. He was hit as he threw. Good pass rush there on first down.
Well, these guys just continue to struggle throwing the football. You know, whether it's been running the wrong route, the quarterback not being accurate, the offensive line not doing their job. It's been a collective effort, and it's a big reason why they're trailing now in this game.
Incompletion sets up a second down. To throw, it's Shaw. Receiver makes the grab, and they get him down after the completion.
Love the timing here between the quarterback and his receiver. Pick up some positive yards, and I continue to be impressed with just the chemistry between these two.
Now it's 3rd and short from the 24. One of those line of scrimmage battles that could help decide this game. Here's the snap. Quarterback looking to throw. The pass is caught. He's tackled quickly, so the yardage is good enough for the first down.
Good job by this offensive line, and a great throw by the quarterback to get that first down there on 3rd down. It's exactly what they needed to do. This is too big of a game. They've come too far. They're in the playoff. You're down in the second half. Good job of keeping this drive alive.
Brings up 2nd down.
Coming to the line on 2nd down. This is important. They want to avoid a 3rd and long. It's the wide receiver coming in motion now. Takes the snap and takes off on the run. The sophomore able to bring him down quickly.
Well, anytime you use your quarterback as a runner, the goal is obviously to hit some big plays. You got to be careful of letting your quarterback take too many big hits. Not only can he get tired, he can also start to fumble the football.
So here we go, 3rd down in the red zone, the kind of play that decides football games. Drops back, needing a 3rd down completion here. And it's incomplete, very near the goal line.
Well, this defense has been lights out all year long. In fact, it's been one of the best pass defenses in the country. Big reason why they're in this playoff, and they're living up to that standard today.
The field goal is good.
Well, they almost put a touchdown on the board, but instead they come away with 3 points.
They come away with 3 points on the drive, and now the kickoff team will boot it away. Fields it inside the 5-yard line. And he stopped at the 19. Good job by the coverage team.
The Miami offense will take over 1st and 10.
And the Miami offense is back on the field. The last possession ended in an interception. Let's see if they continue to trust this quarterback in the passing game. Gets some space around the 30. They tackle him at the 38. Solid gain. Nice play there.
Well, it's a nice job up front by the offensive line, but give the running back an assist for setting those blocks up before he's able to get downfield for the first down.
Game moves the ball to the 38. Another first down. He's going to hand this off. They make the tackle there, but a penalty marker is on the field. Let's see what that's about. Obviously, the defense will decline that penalty on the offense and take the result of that play. Second down after that previous play. Here's the snap. Quarterback drops back. Short throw complete to the tight end. Runner scoots out of bounds after gaining decent yards.
And here the tight end shows off his hands for a nice gain. Love to see the big man get his touches.
That's the end of the 3rd quarter of play. With the score, Miami 14, Jacksonville State 6.
A big play here after the break. Offense trying to convert here on 3rd down. Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down. Hit as he released it. Incomplete. He was hit as he threw the football there on 3rd down.
Chris, I just don't know about this call. I like the aggressive approach, but at this point, late in the game, playing with the lead, 3rd down and long, maybe you run the ball. You know, work that clock. Continue to think about the big picture. Now you're facing 4th down and long, and I think you got to punt it away and hope the defense can secure a victory.
Jacksonville State Gamecocks will take over 1st and 10.
Here comes the Gamecocks offense back on the field. The last possession, they moved it, but settled for a chip shot, so sort of an unsatisfying result. Looking to do more here.
They bring him down to the 32-yard line.
Well, much like what we saw in the first half, Chris, in his playoff game, no adjustments. Go right back to giving this running back to football. He's had a monster day and continues to get positive yards.
Second down after that run on the previous play. Quarterback pre-snap adjustments now for this defense. And on the carry, he's heading left. Tackle made after just a short gain.
Well, the defense coordinator this week all week telling us about gap integrity, not giving this running back any creases at all. Really sound defense on that play.
Third down coming up after that running play. Can he make it to the marker? And it's good for a first down to the 36.
This is why they're in the playoff, right? Not just the ability to throw the ball, but you get to a critical moment, a third down. You trust that offensive line to come up with a first down, and they get it.
That's an important first down on that running play. Change of pace now, looking to throw the football. Lofting it toward the left sideline. What a diving catch way downfield. Big game.
So impressed here, Chris, with this effort by the receiver. This ball is thrown way downfield, and actually it's thrown beyond him. I thought it was too far. This guy somehow lays out and comes down with a huge completion.
First and goal, down 8. They've got a score and at a 2-point conversion to tie. And they finally stop him at the 3. The offense really threatening now.
Well, when you get down into the red zone, one thing we know about quarterbacks in the passing game is the windows are tight. Love to see this offense here picking up some positive yards down in this tight area by getting the ball to a playmaker and letting him do his thing.
And they'll run the draw. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1.
Well, that's the drawback to this play. Even if somehow the quarterback pitches it, he's not immune to this big hit. In this case, he kept it and absorbed it anyway.
Urgency here. Got to cut into this lead. It's third down and goal.
Here we go.
A pop pass on the jet sweep. Ball carrier wrapped up and brought down.
How about this? The offense gets the ball to one of their playmakers out in space, but the defense, the athletic ability on that side of the ball does a good job of bringing him down short of the first down.
The kick is good. Offense collects 3 points on the drive.
Well, Chris, it's a nice kick here to polish off that drive with at least 3 points up on the board.
And the returner elects to fair catch it. No return. And here comes the Miami offense back out onto the field. They're trying to build on their lead. They were forced to punt on the last possession. Looking to throw it on first down. And he floats this pass deep down the right side. Oh, and he's got it. Big gain inside the 25.
Just excellent execution here by the offense. They've set themselves up nicely now into the red zone to see if they can come up with a touchdown.
So here we go. Off the huge gain they set up now suddenly in the red zone for first and 10. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1.
Chris, I think we all kind of get caught up in third down. What's an offense doing on third down? But I think what's also important is how well do you defend first down. If you can hold your opponents to a short gain or a tackle for a loss, you throw the offense out of whack, and their game plan gets much more challenging to try to come up with that first down.
An important third down conversion coming here in the red zone. Use the running game to chew on this clock now. They bring him down after a gain. Looks like they'll spot it inches short of a first down.
I know this defense worked very hard at halftime to come up with answers on how to try to slow down this running back after the big first half. And he's already at it again.
Here we go on 4th down. There's the tackle, but first down yardage.
I can really appreciate this offensive coordinator not trying to just do something crazy. You're less than a foot away from the first down line. Just punch it in and pick up a first down. That's what they call here, and it works out perfectly.
1st and goal. A late touchdown here would just about secure the victory. We'll make it into the end zone. Touchdown, Hurricanes.
Well, that's why you practice right there, Chris. This offense had the pressure, the game on their back. They deliver, they get a touchdown, and now make this a 2-possession game with under 2 to go. Like their odds of closing this game out.
Point after, up and good. Kickoff team is on the field to boot this one away. He's going to bring this out a few yards deep in the end zone. Tackle at the 13. Not great field position to start the drive. The Jacksonville State offense back out on the field now. The last possession, they had to settle for a chip shot field goal. Can they find the end zone this time out? Finding some room at the 25. And he'll pick up the first down, stopped at the 27.
Wow, man, this guy's having a heck of a day. Now, they may not win this game today, but you cannot fault his effort, what he's been able to do. He's been the one bright spot as that last carry now puts him over the 100-yard mark.
And they'll move the 6 on that one. It's a first down to the 42.
Just a great play by the running back here, finding his lanes and then exploding through the gap when it opened up.
They'll try the ground game here with the running back. He stopped just short of that first down marker, inches away from it.
Love those positive yards on 1st and 10, and it's quite a first down. Looks like it'll bring 2nd and inches, but it sure does open up the playbook here to be able to open up, maybe take a shot downfield.
They're going to run it here. And he picks up the first down before they get him to the ground.
Good misdirection play right here. A lot of coordinators around the country like to throw that play in there just to kind of keep the defense guessing.
On the double.
Big guys up front lined up. It's first down.
Out, 55, win.
And they'll use the ground game here. Finding enough space for a solid gain before they stop him.
Great job by the offensive line here, opening up some holes and giving the running back room to run on first down. Plays like this can open up the playbook for the play caller, allow him to make that defense think, are they going to run? Maybe play action, maybe throw the ball downfield.
So they make the tackle, what will be the final play of the game as the clock hits 0-0. Of course, in the playoffs, it's survive and advance. This is a crucial W. Great performance, but now the stage gets even bigger. The challenges will continue going forward.
Yeah, more and more pressure will grow as this team continues to win football games, but you and I have been around this team all year long. So impressed with the emotions and how they're able to contain themselves, stay focused on the task at hand. They did that again today. They advance. Cannot wait to watch and see what they can do next week.
And that is going to wrap it up. We enjoyed this one here. For Kirk Herbstreit, I'm Chris Fowler, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.